My name is David Daniel Ball, and these are the headlines for Friday, the 5th of November, 2010. Today's tune: George Ferguson Bowen, a former governor of Victoria, and a Bible quote: "He has made us competent as ministers of a new covenant, not of the letter, but of the Spirit. For the letter kills, but the Spirit gives life." 2 Corinthians 3:6. And headlines from Fox: John Boehner, the man expected to be the next Speaker of the House, tells Fox News he expects to go toe-to-toe with the president over taxes and healthcare. Security arrangements have become the stuff of legend before Air Force One even takes off for a trip aimed at strengthening ties and trade between the world's two largest democracies. Fox News' special report kicks off its 12 in 2012 series, profiling potential GOP contenders for the White House, with a look at Indiana's Mitch Daniels, a two-term governor of the Hoosier state. George Soros, the Hungarian-born businessman known for bankrolling liberal causes, saw a slew of his pet projects and candidates get wiped out by the Republican tidal wave. And in breaking news from news.com.au, the 33-year-old man is in custody after failing to appear in court over charges related to the theft of a prize-winning Chihuahua. No special qualifications required, working in a pizza restaurant for just 1 hour for a juicy $31,000. A man faces shoplifting charges after police said he tried to steal a pair of women's high-heel shoes by wearing them out of a shop. Coal loading has been interrupted at Queensland's largest coal export terminal after the railway was shut down because of a fire scare. A pedestrian hit by an out-of-control tow truck is in a critical condition in a Brisbane hospital. From New South Wales and the ACT, commuters at South West Sydney train station have been left slip-sliding in the rain after the wrong platform tiles were installed. Tony Abbott yesterday ensured the plight of farmers would not be forgotten. The opposition leader flew to Forbes in New South Wales West. Lawyers for Ron Medich are expected to make another bail application despite police charging him with Michael McGurk's murder. If teachers who wrote questions for the HSC were marks, they'd be headed for a fail, with a third exam riddled with mistakes. From Queensland, a fire scare in railway wagons was disrupted coal loading at Queensland's largest coal export terminal at Dalrymple Bay near Mackay. Former Howard Minister Mal Brough has no respect for Liberal colleague Peter Slipper and is aiming to oust him from Fisher at the next election. Police will finally pocket a long-awaited pay rise today, but they are not happy about sharing it with state government politicians. Tolls on the Clem Jones Tunnel will rise by 50% in an effort to ease financial pressure on the embattled River City motorway. The Crime and Misconduct Commission gives scathing assessment of the objectivity of Deputy Police Commissioner Kathy Rinders. Almost a dozen prison staff have been sacked for having inappropriate relationships with inmates at state-run jails in the past 3 years. Another weekend and more rain for the southeast, with showers and possible thunder expected to continue over the next couple of days. From Victoria, the warped practice of eugenics is rising from its Nazi tomb in Australia, a senior Catholic bishop says. A man who drove at twice the speed limit before slamming into a car has been described as a solid citizen by a magistrate. From the Northern Territory, an amazing photo shows the moment a small saltwater crocodile bit a surfer. From South Australia, parents of disadvantaged children will be taught how to ensure their kids are ready for school in new early education centres around the state. Child welfare authorities have revealed abused children have died because of federal government privacy rules, which block the sharing of danger warnings. Only 192,000 votes out of a possible 1.1 million have so far been cast in the local government elections. Farm groups will consider a mass rally to protest against an increasing range of state government taxes and issues threatening food production. From Western Australia, the ex-jihadist and West Australian at the centre of a mosque row in Norway has been monitored by Norwegian and Australian authorities for years. 2 people were arrested in Northam last night after hundreds of angry residents were locked out of a public meeting on a planned detention centre. A Lamborghini being taken on a customer test run by a Perth mechanic disappeared into the distance, travelling at 160 kilometres an hour, a court heard today. Police are questioning a man over a series of sex attacks on women using Perth northern suburbs train line. Nothing new from Tasmania. From the Journalist Corner, the president is scheduled to go on a 10-day trip to India just days after the election. So is Obama running away from midterm results? Juan Williams seems to think so. Cutting a tax deal? What Obama may want from GOP before extending the Bush tax cuts. How will the new House majority move their agenda forward? Catch the revealing interview. Fox News Channel anchor Megyn Kelly breaks down Fox's big win on the big night. And in comments from Piers Ackerman, bank on Julia Gillard's inaction. If you had to decide whether Julia Gillard's government was utterly incompetent or merely totally inadequate, the wiser choice would be to plump for abject incompetence. And in my comment, it is dangerous dismissing the ALP as being inept when they are corrupt and purposeful. Heiner was not a mistake, nor was the appointment of the Governor General. The $43 billion NBN is not an accident, neither was the Pink Bats plan. People have died and money has disappeared, and what is happening is not due to incompetence on the part of the ALP. But it does reflect on the competence of the press, more so on the senior editors who provide the direction which the press take. The issue of Hamidur Rahman is not an accident. A school child is dead and the issue has never been examined but for the finger of corruption. And from Bill O'Reilly, what the heck happened in the election? From Van Hip, Kazic's victory in Ohio offers blueprint for beating Obama in 2012. From Craig Shirley, there's no similarity between Reagan and Obama. From John Stossel, did freedom win? From Annalise Anderson, on the 30th anniversary of Ronald Reagan's election, a valuable lesson. From Tim Blair, homelessness cured. From Andrew Bolt, Latham says tomorrow belongs to the Greens, not Labour. An enemy within? Would identity cards help? But the cooking in Puglia is much admired. Hanging bankers is a bad investment. Green mirage is killing our future. Who'd have thought Labour's promised surplus threatened by scapegoat? Bigger government demanded to stop big government's BER waste. Shh, just push them through. Why the terrorist is an idiot. Selling out their craft to the global warming cause. And more for you there at the links.